Hello and welcome. I feel like I'm closer today. I don't know how I feel about that. This is going to be our first base face tutorial of 2026. We're going to start with City Beauty Plump and Lip Oil, and I'm excited about it. And I will say, I didn't feel like getting up today. I really didn't. And I've been wanting to do the Look for Creative Art with Heart collab. I didn't get it done yesterday because of just other stuff. And I'm just wanting to hibernate. And it's not SAD because I don't feel, sad or down. I'm just like, it is just so comfortable under my covers and it's so warm. I'm just like, I don't want to get up. But we are here. And so I don't have brushes out or anything. And I am just so excited. Like, can you tell? Like, look at my face. And I say often that makeup is not therapy. However, it is therapeutic. Therapy helps you something long term. Therapeutic, it helps you in that moment. Like, yes, I'm like, oh, wow, I'm here and I'm chatting with y'all and I'm doing makeup and it feels good. But is that helping me long term with whatever problems I have? No. And so there is a difference. And, I'm not here to argue because some people do say makeup is therapy. I do have a clinical background, so maybe that's why I feel the way I do about it. But it is therapeutic. It is therapeutic. It can make you feel better. And even for me, like when I sit down here, I'm in this seat at my station, I'm just like, ooh. But is it helping me in any other area of my life? Is it helping me with any area of my life? No. It's giving me something productive to do with my time right now, even though there's like 17 other things I could be doing. But so here we are. And so let me know if that makes sense to you. Thank you to, and hello, and welcome to new subscribers and new channel members. We're glad to have you on board. Channel membership is $2.99 a month. And I just found out that depending on the method you pay and depending on where you live, you may pay taxes on that. And I didn't think about that because here in Delaware, a lot of taxes we don't pay. We just don't have. And so I forget about that. And so shout out to, you know who you are. They sent me their invoice for their renewal. And I'm like, oh, damn. And that whole thing came up in a live stream a little while ago. This will be a tutorial and I'm not explaining anything. That's how I do my eye primer. I first put on eye cream. This is from City Beauty Brightening Eye Cream. And then you saw I do the 3 dots and then blend that out. And that little bit does cover. Like, I don't use a lot of concealer. I don't do like all of that. And I use a palette for primer. I did 2 pumps of the primer. And then I'm going to do 1 pump of the foundation. This foundation, and they're both Fenty, this foundation is a lot thicker than the primer. So this is 2 pumps of primer. Now look at this. That's a lot of foundation. It's the soft matte primer and this is the luminous foundation. I do like that mix. When I was using just the foundation, just the primer first, I was using like 4 pumps for my whole face. And then I was using like 3 pumps of foundation. And I realized doing it this way, it is enough. It is enough. What was I saying? So let me know if that makes sense to you about therapy versus something being therapeutic. I really forgot what I was saying. I did yesterday our second live stream of 2026, and it was me showing my brushes and how brushes can be used. And usually I do my eyebrows first. I just realized I didn't do my eyebrows first this time. And I have a lot of brushes. I'm a brusho. Me having so many brushes goes back to my childhood because there were times when I didn't have things that I wanted. And I wanted to make sure I had things that I needed as far as like hygiene stuff and all of that. And no, makeup brushes is not hygiene, but it's just that same line of thought. And so what I want to say is all of the brushes I have, it is not necessary. And it is not anything to aspire to. If you have one set of good brushes, and it's like 21 brushes, and I do have a set link below from Amazon, and it's 21 brushes, and it's like $28. I think, y'all, those brushes are nice, and I use those for my kit. Initially, I purchased one set. I said, let me just see how they are, and I like them so much, I went back and purchased more. This is a different color concealer than the one I put under my eyes, and I do want to find one that actually works. And I'm negative tan right now. And so that's why it does not work at all. When I do have, I just noticed this. What is this? I just noticed this on my finger. What is that? It's not itchy or anything. Y'all. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking in the mirror down here doing and I'm like, what? It is not necessary at all. They're really nice. They're soft. They are synthetic. I only use synthetic brushes. I know you've heard me say it before if you've been here, so thank you for bearing with me. I have sensitive skin, and my skin does not tolerate natural hair brushes. But that brush set is nice. And so I purchased more. I have like 3 sets of those in my kit, and I have an extra set that I didn't even open yet. Because again, back to not wanting to run out of things that, you know, I'm going to need or think I'm going to need, yada, 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 yada. We're going to powder down, and then we're going to do our brows. And so it is not necessary. All those brushes are not at all necessary. I will say for me, because I don't color switch, this is my setting powder. I took the stopper out, y'all. This is it. Having a lot of the eyeshadow brushes does come in handy, because even ones I don't use often, if for some reason I do a look, like say I do this look today, which I am, and I don't wash the brushes. Every brush, every shade I use, y'all, this is done. Every shade I use gets its own brush. And so if I don't wash the eye brushes I use tonight, or even the face brushes, y'all, this is done. Is it dry though? Yeah, it's dry enough. I do have my backup ready and has a label on it already. And it is for today. No, it's not. I'm going to change the label. So like tomorrow I'll do another look, use a whole bunch of other brushes. And then third day, if I if I know I'm speaking gibberish, excuse me. If I still do not, y'all, I use every bit of this powder. I will just use other brushes. And again, each eyeshadow color gets its own brush. For face, sometimes I will use this brush for setting powder, bronzer, blush, highlighter, finishing powder. But I do have brushes individually for those things. And so by the third day, I'm using eye brushes that I normally don't use because they are what's left. And so I'm just saying that to say, I do use these brushes, and yeah, but yeah, it's not necessary. So please don't think, oh my gosh, I want to be like her when I get all grown up and have, you know, 10 trillion makeup brushes. It is not necessary. So please hear me. It is not necessary to have a bunch of brushes. If you have 5 brushes and they do what you want them to do, that's what you need. And so I didn't think about that until earlier today, where I was like, because sometimes we see stuff and we're like, wow, like I want to have all of that. It's not necessary. Not at all. Not at all. And some people don't even wash their brushes after every use. And some people do the color switch. So they'll use the same brush for their whole shadow look with, you know, 5 or 6 different colors because they're using the shadow switch. This is eyebrow pencil. I don't really think this is a tutorial because I am not like really explaining stuff like I normally do when I do a tutorial. But I'm going to do the intro. Hello again. Welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy. Because I say I'm going to do a tutorial and then I'm just sitting here yakking about other stuff. And even though that is serious, that's not part of the intro. The crazy is knowing it's okay to forget what your intro is. The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. I'm here to tell you, just be who you are. It's not, try not to feel like you need to live up to somebody else's expectations of how you should act. You know what I mean? Because who are they? Like, just be yourself. It is very freeing. You may lose some people in your life, but would you rather have people in your life that accept you for you, or have people in your life that hang with you because you're being the way they think you should be? You know what I'm saying? So I hope that that makes sense. Be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to use, however you want to use it, to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. You set the standard for yourself. Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that is the ultimate bottom line here. And, you know, there's always somebody somewhere that's going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, and who cares? Like, do what you want to do. And not to be mean, but I have people say to me sometimes, they'll comment, oh, you should have used a lighter lipstick. Because there's this thing where if you do a bold eye, do a neutral lip. If you do a neutral eye, do a bold lip. And so when people comment, oh, you should have did a lighter lip color, you know what I comment? Thank you for supporting my channel. Because I'm watching, support it. Them leaving a comment, support it. And then I'll say, fun fact, my favorite lip color is black. And my favorite lip color is black. So when somebody's telling me I should use a lighter lip, my favorite lip color is black. And so people tell you things. I'm looking at where my brows are, and they're not trying to meet up today. People tell you things based on what they like. And that goes, you know, back to the intro. Wear your makeup how you want to. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's always not going to like something that you do. And you know what? I forgot to tell you 2 tidbits about me. You know what? That's one of the many things that I appreciate about the Crazy Troll Nation. People who subscribe to my channel, I appreciate y'all really too. And people who actually join my channel membership, because we do makeup different. And it's like they're here for whatever it is that I do. And it's not, oh, you should do this or you should do that. Members do get to make requests though. So sometimes they will be like, you know, this is my request, do such and such, and I will do it. So that's one of the main perks for me for membership is they get to do a request, and sometimes it is different than like what I would do. And I do like the look stuff. I'll be like, I do like it, but not for me. But that's different than somebody commenting, like just some random person commenting, you should have did this, or, oh, I would love to see that look with black mascara, like if I had used a white mascara. And I'll be like, well, the request was to use a white mascara, so that's what I did. So the thing is there's reasons for why I do what I do, but people don't know that, because usually when they comment things like that, they're commenting on a short. You don't learn much from a short. You're just seeing the look. Now, if you watch the video, you'll hear me explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And so, but that's the thing too, that I'm just like, okay. And, you know, to do content, and usually it's somebody who don't do videos, and so they really don't have any idea, I don't think, of what it's like to put yourself out here. Because when you do stuff online, you're opening yourself up for criticism. Because everybody's not going to like, y'all, my brows is chasing each other. This one is coming this way and this one's going that way. And it looks worse in this mirror over here. This is like, what? Let me try to fix it. Look it over here. But that's the, yeah, okay. It looks so different here than when I'm looking over here. Y'all, this is crazy. I was looking at, pictures on Instagram, and it helped me realize what my preferred, or what my specialty is as far as makeup for clients. And it is natural makeup, natural, creative, and also event makeup. And I say that because I'm seeing, this is, the more I do, the worse it gets, because I'm looking at looks and how the brows come straight in and then it's feathered and it looks, I don't want to say perfect because that's subjective, and it looks really nice, but when I'm looking at it, I'm like, that don't look natural, because people's brows, even if they are naturally that way because of threading or how they're trimmed or whatever, they still don't look how they're made up to look, and so it doesn't look natural. And even how my brows now, it's like, girl, this one is coming straight, this one has a curve, this one is here, this one is over here. That's natural. And so when I see something that looks like they were trying for perfection, which is subjective, it doesn't look natural. And so I realized that my aesthetic is natural, original creative makeup. And a lot of people I work on don't wear a lot of makeup, if any. And so I don't want to like do their face and they're just like, wow, this is nice, I would never do this. You know, I want to do something that they might be inspired to try later at another time, or if they're learning how to do makeup. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave the brows like this. Just this side is fuller. Good grief. Didn't I just say I was gonna leave it? At least I know they're a little jacked. Because some people be like, ooh. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, my brows look nice. And when I look at them later, when I watch the video, I'm like, girl, you lied. This is NYX Vivid Rich eyeliner. And this is Smoke and Topaz. We're going to put this on our inner rims. And so all of it is subjective. Makeup is subjective. What you like, that's what you do. And some people, they're just really blatant. Like, you wear too much makeup. Thank you for watching. I do not think makeup is a necessity. I do not think it's a need. But darn it, I love to play in makeup on my face and other people's. 2 tidbits about me, because I almost cursed. 2 tidbits about me. One is I curse sometimes because I curse sometimes. And the other one is there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat. He likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch. And I try to be aware of him to say, excuse me. So if you hear something and I don't say excuse me ahead of time. Excuse me ahead of time. And so this is my waterline, also called inner rims, also called tight lining. Your inner rims is the line, your skin line between your eyeball and your eyelashes. And usually it's pink. I didn't do this side yet. So that pink line you see under my lashes, that's the waterline. And excuse me if that freaked you out. Because some people are freaked out with things dealing with the eyeball like that. So this is the inner rim, this is the eyeball. Some people will pull it up a little bit, or if it's down here, they'll just push here because then it'll pop out and then they go along the line. Watching Hung Vango, he actually will lift up a little bit. But for me, I just find the line. If you see me doing this, I'm trying to find the line, and then once I find it, I just go straight across. For clients, I do ask them, do you do your inner rims? And if they don't wear makeup a lot, they'll say, what's that? I'm like, well, do you do your waterline? And then I'll say, like this right here, we see that color. Like, do you put color there? And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, would you like me to do that? Sometimes they say yes. And so I'll just tell them, look up, tilt their head down and look up. And then I'll just find the line. If they're okay with me doing the top, I will do one of these and then do the upper waterline. And then they're like, oh, that looks nice. I'm like, thank you. And for under our lower lash line, because I do usually put stuff on my lower lash line, we're going to use another Vivid Rich. This one is Truffle Diamond. And I thought they were both brown at first, but this is more like a dusty gray purple something. I don't know. I have trouble with colors. No, I'm not going to say I have trouble with colors. My eye perceives color differently than some people. I'll think something's red and they'll be like, no, that's coral. And I'm like, oh. So like legit, I know I perceive color, some colors different than other people. Oh, I just love color on lower lash line. Do we want to do this entire look today? This is the look we're doing, the eye look after this. And actually the face look too. You know what, where are we for time? 20 minutes. Let's just do the whole look. It's for Creative Art with Heart Collab. And so there were choices. The prompt, and there's always choices. The prompt is ideas and inspiration. Ideas and inspirations. And so she gives examples. You know, something that you're proud of, that you've done, or who you've become, or something you let go of, or just accepting something about yourself that some people might be like, excuse me, are you okay? She didn't say it like that. And so, you know, bold, if you're creative, if you're a minimalist, if you're a maximalist, and it doesn't have to be a makeup look. It can be grabbing 2 bronzers at randomly choosing 2 bronzers, deep level 9, deep level 11. It can be something, physically decorative. It can be fashion. This is deep level 9. This is deep level 11. We're going to put 9 on first, and we're actually going to use different brushes today since I showed them all in the live stream yesterday. So we're going to take 2 of these, which I think are for blush, but we're going to use them for bronzer. And I don't know why I do that, but however brush works for you, that's how you use it. So we're going to tap in, and you can see my contour like already, just like this right here. So I do just follow the line. And dark, grungy, smoky, and it was like a lot of different examples. And so I'm just like, oh, so what I'm gonna do is, I thought about, okay, what do I want to do? I do use bronzer and contour interchangeably. And so, you know what, this side is going to be my before side, because I'm going to do, like, this is what I like, this is what I grew into. Because when I first started wearing makeup, I was like, I really thought I had to do everything that, you know, the larger channels were saying I had to do. Like, you need to do this, you need to get this, you need to get this product. And I was like, okay. And so I was getting a whole bunch of stuff, and a lot of stuff I didn't like. And then I realized, you know, it's you use what you like for you. And so this side is going to be how I used to do my makeup, and this side is going to be how I like my makeup. So I'm glad I remembered that, because I was going to put this all over. And we're actually, so I need a third one. I only have 2. I have 4 of these. We're going to take medium level 7. I ditched the one that had pan. This is a fresh one. Oh man, excuse me for that glare. And this I cannot mess up on, because this is, look. And so this is what it would have been back then. And this is what it was back then. I cannot mess up on it, because this is just perfect for my complexion, I think. And so I do encourage you, if you do content, and it's on Instagram, so you don't even have to do a video. You can just, you know, do pictures. And again, it could be clothing, it can be a flower arrangement, it can be whatever. Anything creative. It doesn't have to be makeup. And so, yeah. So now we're going to take deep level 11 with the clean brush. Yeah, I use a new brush for everything. And because this one is darker, we're going to put this back here. And a little bit down here. Wow. Yo, I love color. So even though this is a bronzer, like this does work for me as a contour, like for reals. I should have did this side for the how I do now, because then I would have covered this up with this bronzer. My partial double chin is only right here. Shit is weird. I'm just like, well, why are you just in that one spot? Look at that. It's only right here. Ain't nothing over here. It's all over. You know what I'm wondering now? I am a side sleeper, and usually I sleep on my left side. This is the left side of my face. And so I wonder if gravity is just doing its thing. And also, this bag is way more prominent than this bag. So maybe it's because I'm sleeping on that side. I just not thought of that. Yo, I am so slow sometimes. And so, this is nice. Oh my gosh, this is nice. And I'm breaking open a brand new palette that I've had before, and I didn't keep it before. And we have it again now. before, during one of the Natasha sales, I refreshed some of my palettes. Her formula for most of her palettes, some don't, but some do. The ones that do turn on me, they turn around like close to the 3-year mark, and the PAO is 24 months, which is 2 years. We randomly chose these Acai Sky. We're going to put that on this side, and Lavender Blonde, because that's going to create a beautiful gradient. For this side, I'm going to pick it on purpose, is Hibiscus Haze. For a long time, I only had medium level 7, the one that's here, and Hibiscus Haze and Golden Pyrite. So let's just take out Golden Pyrite now, because those were what I could not mess up on. And so we're going to choose 2 randomly for this side. And so we randomly picked Fire Opal. Ooh, Chocolate Opal. This is exciting. Where's my thing with my brushes? I have a container that I put brushes in when I use them. So then I can just carry it into the kitchen and wash them. Where would I have put it? Because it sits right here. It's not on the kitchen counter. Okay, this is weird. That's strange. That's very strange. So we're going to take out 3 blush brushes. These are Soft Sculpt from Sigma. So I do believe these are supposed to be for sculpting, but I'm just going to blend this out a little bit, but the blush will blend that out. Where is that thing? Okay, Hibiscus Haze. So for the longest time, I only had medium level 7, Hibiscus Haze, and Golden Pyrite that you'll see, because I cannot mess up on it. As much as I put, like, it always looks nice. So I just tap in, and tap on. Like, you see this? It's just like, so cute. And so this is what it would have been. And then I loved the formula so much. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to experiment. And so I got, you see, I have almost all of them. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put that brush down. Oh, 2 highlighter brushes. So we're going to double dip with one of these. And this is Golden Pyrite. So this is what it was for me with Haus Labs face products for a long time. Medium level 7, Hibiscus Haze, and Golden Pyrite. This was it. And that's why this has that biggest dip in it. And that's why I panned medium level 7, because that's the only one I had for a while. Excuse me. And so this easy peasy. That was it. That was it. So now we're going to do what I do. Whoo, Hibiscus Haze. I mean, no, this is a Acai Sky, y'all. And when you tap, nothing comes off. So I am tapping lightly, because I love it though. I am staying above the bronzer line. So the bronzer is like down here. So we're staying above that line. And I don't know why I take my my blush all the way up here. I don't know. So we keep the blush above that line. Y'all, look at that though. Tapping in twice. Y'all. So you see the difference. This was back then because of what people were saying. This is now. And I always did do interims and lower lash line too. I tried it one time and I did it ever since. Y'all, look. Ooh. Me likey. Lavender Blonde. We're going to use a clean brush. Lavender Blonde. And I like a gradient, like I did with the bronzer. And so we're just going to put this like right here. So it just kind of, you see what I'm saying? So you got the darkness here and it just flows. Or you can say lightness here and then it flows darker. Like, and in the words of Janessa J. Champagne, we don't use 1 blush. We use 6 blushes. I did use 6 blushes in a video once. So you see, you see what I'm saying. It's that gradient, dark to light or light to dark, whichever way you want to say. But so this is what it was. So let me put all of these away because I'm not going to do a flat lay with all of this stuff. We use golden pyrite already. You can see. So we have, I need that thing. Well, not need it, but I would love to have that thing to put these brushes in because there's going to be a lot of brushes. Fire opal. Love this. Love it. We're going to do this one first. Y'all, I love... It's described as yellow-orange. Yellow-orange. That's what it's described as. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So this is fire opal. Y'all, oh my gosh, I got an itch. I want to do a different brush for... I'm going to take this brush for chocolate opal. And y'all know this ain't for my complexion, but you know what? We're going to use it. So what I do with this one that's darker, I do tend to tap straight in, and I'll just put it in certain places, like very lightly on my face. Because it can make me toasty. Y'all, but look how everything just blends together. Y'all, I do highly recommend these Haus Labs products. They didn't have a foundation to match me, and I'm like, okay, I just won't have a foundation from them. Ooh, I got an itch right here on my nose. So far, y'all, these are all the brushes that we use. So when I say they do come in handy, we use all these brushes so far. We used all these brushes so far. And I only have one Sigma brush that we did not use. These are all my Sigmas. But again, it is not necessary. Please don't think I'm saying it's necessary. So the palette that we're going to use today, I want to feel like a clown, but I don't. I call it Dream Palette because it's not my dream palette. I did have it before I purchased it when it first came out because it came out the same time that the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, or was it Empowerment? Empowered palette came out. And so I did one eye with this, one eye with that. And then I did, I did that like 3 times. So I've used this 3 times before. And I forget which one I took back first because it was just something. I did like Natasha's formula better, even though I got darker looks from the Huda Beauty one. And then I realized I was only keeping it because I liked it better than the other one and not just because I liked it, period. And so I looked back at those videos and I'm like, you know what? This was a decent palette. So this is what it looks like inside. And I do like her formula. And this side, we're going to do a barely there, very natural look. And this side, we're going to do a dark look because I like dark looks. And so that means the darker side, the me side, is going to be these darker shadows. And over here, we'll put for this side. And I am excited to have this again because during my makeup journey, I realized sometimes just give stuff more of a chance because it would be like, oh, if I didn't like it, I'm like, okay, I get rid of it, give it away, sell it, take it back if I had a problem with it. And we're opening a fresh groundwork paint pot because if y'all remember the other one, is it in my makeup trash? I think it might be in my regular trash. I did use all of that too because I was scraping. Oh, here it is. This was the previous groundwork. This is like that powder container. Empty. I was scraping. So we're going to open it. Damn, that was fresh. And it's something else fresh that we're opening too. It was the bronzer, and the powder. But we didn't open the new powder yet though. But y'all, certain things I do run through. So we're going to... Do we want to do one eye at a time? I think we're going to do... I'm like, what are we going to do? I do want to do one eye at a time. Yeah, let's do one eye at a time. I think it'd be quicker to just do them both. Yeah, let's just do both. So, I do think I'm back to using too much eye primer. Like, I really do. And especially because I do put the paint powder on top. So it's like you really don't need all that primer. And so this is a different brush than the one we used for concealer. And so we're going to blend this out. And also we didn't really do different shapes too much. So this is just going to be the shape of my eye. As far as we're not going to do like winging it out like we're going to do over here, which is why we're bringing primer over here. If I don't have primer over there, the shadow ain't sticking. It's like we know. And so I don't know what we use it. So then we're going to take the groundwork paint pot. And we're going to use the same brush, but we're going to use the other side of the brush. This is the side that had the primer on it. We're going to use the side that doesn't have the primer on it. What am I hearing? I'm hearing my computer. Why did the fan on my computer just come on? Because I hear like a Did I leave it plugged in? I don't think I left it plugged in. So why is it doing that? I don't know. Y'all, let me know what products you always finish up. I always finish up this. I always finish up primer and foundation. I always finish up my brow pencil. Because I only have one of each. When I find something I really like, I don't feel the need to keep looking for the next best thing. Use up concealers. And I was looking at this area down here. What else do I use up? I use up eyeliners for inner rims. All right, so this is the before side. So we're going to take Invention. I am excited to use this again. Okay. Y'all, and already, you see this? Oh, is that a dual chrome? Excuse me for the glare. Is that a dual chrome? Oh, wow. But this is a soft shadow. Okay. Oh, shit. Is it raining outside? Like, what am I hearing? This is a dual chrome, and it's very soft. I think it's raining outside. It's probably getting messy already. I'm gonna use one shadow. So that's the first shade. So this is, yeah, this is gonna be how I used to do my wig. Actually, I'm lying because I was doing transition first and all of that because that's what YouTube taught me. This eye, we're going to take this shadow. This shade was Invention. This one is Thrill. And this is soft, like how that first shade on the other side was. Ooh. This is, I see it over here, but looking here, it's like, where's the color? We're going to work on that. So I'm going to take a blending brush, because this is how YouTube taught me. And we're going to take this shade, and we're going to do our transition. So I messed up putting this shade first, because this is how YouTube taught me. Do your transition shade first, which is challenging to do with the Fenty primer because it's tacky for me. So we're going to tap it on and then go back to blending. We're going to take some more because I have the puff. This is also my transition area. So we're going to put some up here as well and then blend that out. So this is our transition shade. Yeah, this is what it was. Then we're going to take a smaller blending brush. I don't want to use that brush for that. I'm going to take this brush and we're going to go into this shade. Because if you take a somewhat skin tone shade or whatever, and then you take one that's a little bit darker to put in your crease. This is Carpe Diem. This one that we're putting down is Familiar. And we're going to put that directly in the crease. Your crease is where your socket is. And so this is how YouTube taught me back in the day. And for me, I didn't always like my looks because, okay, I'm putting color here, but where is it? Because of my eye shape. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I was doing. And then they may go back and take the transition brush just for further blending. So we're gonna move over to the other eye. Ooh, what do you want to do? This is gonna blend in, I think. I'm gonna take, oh, this is a dual chrome. I see green. Look at that. I forgot about that. You know what? I usually do swatch parties before I use a shadow for the first time, but I think that I didn't think about it. This shade is Vision. I think I didn't think about it because this is not a brand new palette. I mean, it's brand new for me to have it again, but it has been out for years and years and years and years. So we're putting this here, and I've learned to take my lid shades up to the transition, so when I look at it, you can see it. You can see it. So the way I do my makeup now is completely different than back in the day. For dual chromes, multi-chromes, it's ideal to use 1 or 2 shades on the lid, because the longer the swatch of color is, the more room there is for light to bounce off of it to actually see the shifts. If you've been here, you know I like to do 3, 4, 5 colors on the lid, and so then there's no room for the light to bounce and show the different shifts. And I'm actually okay with that, because sometimes the way I do the color combinations, it'll look like it's just one multi-chrome across the entire lid anyway, and I ain't upset about that at all. But dual chromes and multi-chromes will make it look like you put more effort into your look than you did, because it's looking like, oh, look at all those colors. It's like, girl, it's only 2. But it looks like it might be 4. So, what do I want to do now? I'm going to take this shade here. This one is Instinct. Ooh. I think we're going to use eyeshadow for liner for upper lash line, too. You want to do that? Y'all can tell I really don't. I'm like, and so we're going to put this next to Vision, because we're going to put that purple on the outer corner. So we're just putting a little bit of this. It's a little tiny, and we're going to go back and forth and blend these 2 shades together. That's pretty. Scrumptious. We're going to take another one of those brushes. So far we used 2, 4, 6. This is the 7th eyeshadow brush we used. Now we're going to take Edgy, this shade right here, and we're going to put this. I just love the formula. I still do like darker looks, and I can always deepen it with this black. This brown Aspirations is not really that dark. It actually looks like it's lighter than this one. But this is still more me than over there. So we're putting the edge down, and we're just kind of pressing outward. Ooh, and then we're gonna turn it this way. So this is gonna give us our shape, and we're gonna blend this with that reddish shade. So we're gonna go back in with Edgy. Edgy seems to be a cream to powder. And so we are going to just lightly feather. Oh, that's pretty. We're going to go straight in, because I want to bring this out and create the shape up here, because it looks like it wants to be something missing over here, but it just may be lacking primer. That's nice though. That is pretty. Yeah, baby. Yeah. This is nice. So I think I was just tripping before, and as I was saying, learning over time, like just keep working with stuff. If I want to, because some stuff I'm just like, oh hell no. And then other stuff is like, just keep at it and just see. And then I end up liking stuff sometimes. So go back to the previous brush that had Instinct on it. And we are going to put a little bit more right here, just to further that blend. And they do kind of blend together, to be honest with you. So how do I feel about that? Ah, my neck just cracked. You can tell this is more of a berry color, but not by much, because it could just be like, oh, that's just how the light is bouncing off of it. That's nice. We're gonna go back to Vision, and I can tell because of how the brush looks, and you can see the dual chrome aspect on the brush, aside from it being stained green anyway a little bit. So we're going to put some more of that back, and we're going to blend that over some more. And then we need to put a lid shade over here, which usually is always like the shimmer. Just put a shimmer on the lid. So we're just going to pick one. So for this side, we used 1, 2, 3, 4 shades. Over here, we used 1, 2, 3 so far. I'm thinking this one because that's what it was. You know, just I want to take this one though, but we're going to keep it how I used to do it. So we're going to take Serenity. It ain't going to look like much, but we're going to take Serenity. And I could use the Hourglass number 3 since it's wider, since we're doing the whole lid. And also back then it was put the shadow on your mobile lid. This is my mobile lid, just right here. And so when I look up, you just see that little sliver. And by the time I put eyeliner on, you don't even see that. Where this side, because I take the lid shades up higher, you can see the lid shades up here. But yeah, it was just like, put it in your mobile lid. And I'm like, I can't see it. But the looks were still cute. And you can see it when I blink or if I look down and raise my brows. But I want color to be seen even without me having to do all that. Even though I blink anyway. I'm saying it like I never blink. But this is how it was, just on the mobile lid. And now y'all see why I wasn't happy. I'm like, where did... So we're going to take another Esom E45. So this eye is done. Or is it not? Is it? We're going to take the brush we use for that transition shade and the shade that's here. This is an Esom something or other V33. So we're going to bring that up higher. And also, I wasn't doing this either because the people I was watching is like, do this, do that. They didn't have my eye shape and they didn't have what I call the puff. They didn't have like all of this up here. But I did learn somewhere along the line, like take this up higher. Because some people are like, oh, your look isn't done unless you have a brow arch highlight or whatever. But just having shadow here and then putting a highlight, there was like this blank space right here. But we're going to do it. We're going to take Spontaneous, this shade down here with this brush. And we're going to, I just thought about Mel Thompson. And we're going to put this under the brow. Because she was one that would say, your eye look isn't done unless you have a brow bone highlight and a tear duct highlight. So we're going to go ahead and do that too. This is a bright shade. Wow. And this I seldom do. I seldom do tear duct area. But this is how it was back in the day that YouTubers were saying how you do your makeup. So this eye is done. And I am not liking... I forgot how bold that was, but how long ago was it when this came out? So this is the brush we used for that transition shade. We did not add color on it. I'm just trying to tone down. We're going to tap into it very lightly one time and then tap off. And we are going to put that on the bottom edge of Spontaneous. But this look is done except for eyeliner and mascara. And it is cute. It is cute. It's cute. We're going to... I'm thinking, do we want to do 2... I'm thinking we've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades out of 15. Not shabby, and we're not done yet. We're going to do 2 different transition shadows over here. So I'm looking to see what we're going to... We didn't use this shade, so we're going to take this one. This is Nurture. We didn't use that one. I don't like the name of that one. I don't know. It's called Babies. I'm like, I'm putting babies on my eyelid. It's a me thing, y'all. It's definitely a me thing. So we're using this the first half of transition. Esom E45. Put that brush down. Y'all, I'm using a lot of freaking brushes. We're going to take a clean one, and we're going to take... we're going to take Utility, because we didn't do that one yet. And we're going to put that over here. I should have reversed it and put that brownish one, that first one over here. But it's actually working. We'll put a little bit over here. think I want to put that first shade like right here in this pocket because it's looking like it's here and then it drops off because this color utility is not showing up that much right here. Let me see if I can blend that. If not, we'll put more of that first shade, which was Nurture, there. I think we'll leave it. And we have a brow arch highlight to do. Y'all, we used a lot of shades and a different brush for each one. So I'm going to show you all these brushes. So it does come in handy. So yes, it is not necessary to have all these brushes. But if you, for me, using a different brush for each shade, it does tap in lightly. It does come in handy for looks like these when I'm doing different looks on each eye. Oh, okay, I like it. Okay. Yeah, because it was like a pocket right there that was looking kind of funky to me, but I don't see it anymore. Now it is just flowing. Wow. Brow arch highlights. I'm going to take this brush, which I seldom use, and we're going to take, oh, not that brush, because we're using a dense shadow. We're going to use this brush, because we're going to take babies. Did I use babies already? No, I did not, and I can tell I didn't. You can tell which ones I used, because these are soft shadows. So we're going to put babies right up here under the brow. I found that I do like having just a strip of light versus how wide this is. I do like just having a strip of light like right there. And this brush allows me to get right there. Like, look at, oh, man. Whoa. So the only thing we did not use, wow. We did not use one. Did we use that? No, we didn't use that. We didn't use 1, 2, 3. We didn't use 3 shades. That means we used 12 shades? Damn. And we didn't do eyeliner yet. So we're going to use these for eyeliner. We're going to use these 2 for eyeliner. So the only shade we will not have used would be Risk. This is crazy. All right, what brushes am I going to use? Oh, let's see. Let's use these random brushes. I think these came in a kit because they're nondescript. They don't even say what they are. Or, yeah, let's use this brush. So we're going to use Aspirations for this eye because this is, I don't know what color this is. Did we use Aspiration? No. We're going to use this for eyeliner. Yeah, it's wet outside. It's raining outside. Yeah, I can hear traffic and the road sounds wet. So this is what we're doing for this eye. So this eye is done, and then we're just going to do mascara and figure out a lip. Yeah, this is what it was. This is what it was. I'm going to take this brush and go into Black is Black. Ooh, these are 2 different formulas, it feels like. These are different formulas. Uh-oh, let me start over here. This one is more powdery than this one, so I'm wondering if that's a cream to powder and this one is just a regular matte. That's what I'm kind of wondering. And this brush is stiff and it's encouraging fallout from this black shade. Black is great to have as fallout. Insert sarcasm. But we're doing this because we're using up this palette. Who would have thunk it that I would use 14 shadows? But we did do 2 different eye looks though. And I do actually I like both the looks. This one is not me. This is one I would do on a client and they would be like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Which is really cool because I do want them to like it. So if they say they want like a natural look, which is like for me, and they're not there, that's what I do and they like it. And if they say they want something colorful, I do something colorful and they be like, ooh, that's nice too. So these are the looks. This is challenging for me because y'all saw where my wrinkle stopped it. And so I have to just kind of feather lightly. I'm insistent on getting this to wing out because these are out here because there's no wrinkle out here. But like from here to here. Oh, that looks nice. So I am glad that I did get this again. That looks nice, I think. Which side do you prefer? The old YouTube style that I used to do or the me style? And I know there's something for everybody. Because I know some will prefer this, and I do believe some will prefer this. Because some people just love color as much as I do. And also, one of the terms was contradiction. And so I kind of feel that too, because I do ethereal looks on this channel. I do these types of looks on the channel. I do, you know, just regular looks on this channel, even though I prefer dark, smoky, grungy, vampy. And so in a way, like I am a contradiction. Excuse me, the only shade we did not use was this one. We did not put color on our lower lash line. These are those eyeliner pencils. So we're going to take that one shade we didn't use. This is Risk. And we're going to put this on our lower lash line. And actually, it does look nice like that. So maybe we'll put this on both sides? Question mark? Because I don't even think they were doing dark lower lash lines before. And I'm talking about like 2004 back then. And we want to put some of this under that black. Yeah, it was raining outside. That's what I'm hearing. I have a salad to eat, excuse me for smacking, for lunch today. But I really want like chili because it's wintertime. Who wants a damn salad? Want something hot to eat. We're going to go ahead and put this on the other side. And then we have used every shade in this palette. So this is a bit of me right here and not the old YouTube style. Putting this under here and even having that dark shade under there, that pencil liner. We use it. So something that I've learned was I didn't prefer this type of look. I prefer this type of look, and also the contradiction, because I do a lot of light ethereal looks on this channel and I prefer more depth, even darker than this. But this is where we are. We didn't use, ooh, got it, something in my eye. We did not use a finishing powder. We're going to take dim light. No, we're not. We're going to take luminous light. We're going to take a clean brush, a clean one of these. And what this will do is it'll cover up the fallout under my eyes, because this does add luminosity. And I don't really have any over here. I have some on this side from that black because of the brush I use for it. And so for those who do like to highlight certain parts of their face, that's what this will do. But then I do just take it all over, usually with a bigger brush because I got a big face. But yeah, that took care of the fallout. This is discoloration in my skin, like that right there. But these are the looks. So let's do mascara, figure out a lip. We're going to do two different lips because two different lip colors, because they're two different looks. These are all the eye brushes that we use. These are all, I dropped two. These are all the eye brushes that I used. And these are all the face brushes. These are all the, y'all like, girl, I know. And again, it is not necessary. For me, it comes in handy though. I'm flattening them out so they don't roll and fall. Mascara, we're not going to do, here we are, Sills Booster. We're going to use the MAC one, but I don't like this wand too much. And so we're going to use a disposable wand. Lancome Sills Booster XL Mascara Primer. I'm going to put this on. So I do like the looks. This is not my preference though, but I do think it's very pretty. I'm going to put this on thank you for being here with me to do this entire face, because I really not doing the whole face. I was going to do 2 separate videos, but here we are. So we're going to get mascara here, put this under here. I intentionally made a point to not I do mascara, so I do still kind of do them, but yeah, I'm like, let me keep my mouth closed, because it really doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't. So I tried it one time, I was like, then I closed my mouth and did it, it was still the same effect. So I'm like, okay, that really does not change how the application looks. Not at all. So I'm like, so let me try to keep my mouth closed. So we're going back in, so we do top lashes. And this is what I find myself doing when I do the top, making that face. I got to a point where I'm like, I refuse to just be making faces. But it was a conscious effort though, for real, for real. And y'all probably thinking like, do I be making faces like that? Probably, because most people do. They make some kind of face. Even this is a face. I be doing that, trying not to open my mouth. Yeah, but I was just like, girl, close your mouth. You're only applying mascara. Like, okay, you don't need to do all that. And so that's that. Throw that in my makeup trash. Close this up. Man! Whew. And you had always line your lip back then too. We're going to use... Well, first we're going to take off some of this lip oil. I'm wondering if I want to do this gloss on one side and lipstick on the other. Hung Van Gogh. This is his darkest shade, y'all, and it's not. But do I want to do both sides with this? I love a black lip. Y'all know I'm thinking a black lip for this side. Y'all know I'm thinking that. Yeah, we're going to do 2 different lip looks. So we're going to put just this lip liner over here. And my lip line does have color to it already. So we're gonna... This wears down quick, y'all. I don't know if I would get it again, because it wears down quick. Unless I got it for like 30% off or something. Because we wear down quick. And that means buying it more frequently. So this is what it was back then. We're going to do a black on the other side. We're going to take black lips from NYX Cosmetics. I can feel vibrations of somebody running. It might be them neighbors over there, because the neighbors over here don't have kids. I'm gonna do a black lipstick so that doesn't matter if that line is janky. We're gonna just use a lip gloss for this side. We are Accolade, because that's what it was. It was not a lot of color back then. So what I'm gonna do, what am I looking for? We're gonna take this brush, a clean one. We're gonna blend out this lip line. So this is another brush. Yeah, I'll be using brushes. It's not necessary to have them all, especially if you color switch. Or even if you don't, always keep cloths here. You can always just wipe your brush off on a cloth in between different colors that you use. And I wish I would have thought about that in that live stream to say it's not necessary to have all these brushes. It does come in handy for me though, like for real. As you can see. So we want to put this on. So that softened the line. Lip gloss. Accolade from MAC. It smells good. Somebody is walking real heavy. And the reason I be hearing stuff is because it's so quiet. So this is a look from back in the day. Did I just take pictures? Yeah. Then I gotta remember where they are. Black lipstick. We want to go with my favorite, MAC. And we did use no, we used a NYX lip liner. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, wow. Y'all. I love a black lip. What the hell did I just do? I'm trying to get it even, like right here. Okay. Janky. Oh my gosh. What I'm thinking now is to take this, that dual chrome and tap over top. That's what I'm thinking. I want to do it, but I like the look how it is. And so that's why I'm like not sure. Let's take a clean brush. So this is another brush. Let's take one that's stained. Envision this shade, excuse me for those glares. And we did use every shade in this palette. Oh man, let's see. Ah! And bring out the red. I wanted you to bring out the green. I still like it though. Oh my gosh, this is pretty. This is pretty, I think. Oh man. I like this. I'm trying to cover up all the black. Did I? Y'all, this is cute. So that's another brush. We used all the shades. Let's take this picture. Try to take a picture. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let me get my face straight. Then we want to do this for this side. And then do this for this side. Y'all, this is nice. Let me know what side is your preference. My feelings are not easily hurt. Believe that. I do like them both though, but I just love all the color. And it's not deep, dark, smoky, none of that, but it's still colorful. Yeah, so let's do this too. And let's do this as well. My rings are crooked. Do this as well. So this is the look for Creative Art with Heart collab ideas and inspirations. This is how I used to do my makeup because this is what YouTube taught me. This is how I learned I like my makeup. More colorful, more bold. And look at the cheeks. Y'all, the whole thing is just like, look at all the color on this side of my face. Just look at all that. And this side is like, a Okay, but let me know what side you prefer. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you are on Instagram, do check out the collab. I do always tag her and the collab, which we are asked to do. But just join in because it is a lot of fun, and you get introduced through the collab to a lot of other people because you're seeing other people's work and they're seeing yours as well. So that's just a bonus thing. But I just enjoy playing with makeup, and sometimes it gives me a reason to do something different because it does bring me out of my little comfort zone. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you y'all for being here. Make sure you let me know below. Do you prefer YouTube University or Dion the Troll? Let me know that. Oh, I got an itch. Like right here. Yeah. And so we're going to go. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.